Welcome to the Armani Talks YouTube channel. I'm your host, Armani Talks. In this channel, I'm helping you level up your communication skills 3 times a week, every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm dropping a new video which deals with topics such as speaking skills, writing skills, and in today's episode, eye contact skills. Join me by hitting that subscribe button and that bell notification right on below. And let's talk about the eye contact game. I would like to call this the Squint Game. This game can be applied strategically right before high pressure situations, such as right before you're about to get called on stage for your speech, right before you're about to present for that Zoom presentation, right before you are about to enter that high pressure networking event. That's where the Squint Game is going to come in. But for the Squint Game to make sense, we have to understand why eye contact is a problem in the first place. There's plenty of different reasons, but it boils down to 2 main reasons. The first reason is due to enhanced awareness, and the second reason is due to potential gut instinct. This one is the most common. For this method, let's say you currently don't enjoy eye contact too much, and this person that you're speaking with loves eye contact. They just can't get enough of it. They're looking at you, you're trying to look back at them, but you're having some trouble. The reason that the discomfort is coming is because anytime someone looks at you in the eyes, it's not as though it feels as though they're just looking at you in the eyes. It brings awareness to your entire body. You feel as though the front of your entire body is being watched, not just your head portion, the front of your body, plus the back of your body as well. It's one of the most peculiar things out there, but for some reason, eye contact brings awareness to the entire body. Now, let's say you're someone who currently has self-image issues. Do you want awareness on your entire body? Not really. And this is one of the reasons that most people suffer from eye contact skills. The other reason is something that's more subtle, and it's something that you should be on the lookout for. This one happens situationally. You're great with eye contact with Maria, with Suzanne, with Frank. But with Pablo, something about Pablo makes you uncomfortable. Why? It could be because you have assigned Pablo a higher social value than you. Let's say he's your boss's boss's boss. Or it could mean that Pablo is a closet snake. This happens a lot of times. The subconscious mind is capable of picking up something that the conscious mind is often late in. The subconscious mind is capable of processing data at rapid rates, which is probably why it's seeing something in Pablo. It doesn't trust Pablo. And this is why suddenly certain people can cause eye contact issues. This is the latter reason. For the sake of today's video, we're going to be focusing on the first reason, where eye contact is bringing in a lot of strange spotlight to the body and what we can do about it. The Squint Game. How does this game work? The way that this game works is, number one, we need to have the right mindset in regards to it. This game needs to be approached as a prank rather than an participatory game. And what I mean by this is that with pranks, we don't tell someone when we are playing a prank on them, hey, Friday, 3 p.m., I'm going to be playing a prank on you. Just be aware. That's ridiculous. That just ruins the whole purpose of the prank. We do it in a stealth mode, a ninja-like mode. And that's the same sort of mindset we need in regards to the Squint Game. We can't tell other people that we're playing it. We gotta treat it like a ninja. That's the first thing And it's going to make more sense shortly why I'm saying that we gotta be a ninja. The second rule of this game is to have a participant that you could have a conversation with. It could be through FaceTime, through Zoom, through the public speaking stage, or through social interaction. But for the sake of today's video, I want you to zone in on the conversation in the social skills realm. Do your best to find someone that you are already close with. Someone such as a close family member, a close friend, a close coworker. This is optional. The fact that they're close, they don't have to be, but I highly recommend that you do find someone like that for step number 3. Step number 3, what you want to do is you want to have a gentle squint to your eyes so your face is relaxed. The most important word in my last sentence is relaxed. You don't want to squint your eyes in a way where it's uncomfortable for you, or it's like it's hurting the top of your head. You want to actively find that nice little rhythm on your face where the squinting is pleasurable. You don't mind being in this position for 8 hours if you need to. The reason why I say it should be pleasurable is because when you make it actively relaxed, it starts to engage different muscles. It turns the squinting act from components-based to holistic base. These are the 3 rules. Do not tell other people that you're playing this game. Hopefully try to find someone that's close to you. If not, find anyone. And 3, you want to converse with them with a relaxed face with squinted eyes. What's the big deal of all of this, Armani? I mean, won't the other person say that my face, something's wrong with it? Won't they feel intimidated that I'm squinting in the first place? No. And that's the reason I said try to find someone that you're close with, because if you're close with them and you're making some sort of goofy face, they will be the first to tell you, hey, why do you look like Ronald McDonald? You look like an idiot. But if they don't say anything, most likely they didn't notice. And when they didn't notice, you know what that shows? It shows to the perception-based mind that squinting does not require a negative perception attached with it. So what this is going to do when the other person doesn't even notice that you're squinting in a relaxed way like this, it's going to disengage the negative perception from this act. And squinting is now either going to have a neutral perception or a positive perception. From there, the next thing we want to understand is that there's a few body language mighty moves out there which will instantaneously make you feel more confident. One of those moves is raising your chin. Anytime there's a high pressure situation or you're feeling a lot of nerves before a certain event, raise your chin. One of the clearest examples of this was Donald Trump in the 2015 debates. This was a situation where the entire world was watching one man to see how he was going to perform in his first ever presidential debate. If he opened and his voice is cracking like that, it's going to be embarrassing for him. So you'll notice his chin was consistently raised. I don't know if he was doing this consciously or subconsciously, but the raised chin has a few tiered effects. The raised chin leads to the chest being pulled out. The chest being pulled out leads to the shoulders to be peeled back, which instantaneously brings someone into the present moment, which makes them feel more bold. Try it out for yourself. Another move to feel instantaneous confidence is the smile. This one is pretty self-explanatory. The smile releases endorphins in your brain, that's feel-good chemicals, and other people like it when they're conversing with someone who looks happy to be there versus someone who looks like they just stole something. That's mighty move number 2. And squinting, this is another mighty move. It's because squinting is what I call the training wheels for eye contact. And what this does is, for the other person who is seeing you squint, they think that you're intently listening to them. Not only are they pleasantly feeling better through the squint, ironically, you are feeling better as well because there's a lot of micro muscles which are required to make the relaxed squint possible. These micro muscles bring you back into the present moment, sort of like the raised chin does. Eventually, you can keep doing this for however long you want. The question may come, when should I play the squint game? Do I always play it? You don't have to. It's sort of like you playing a prank all the time. I highly recommend pulling out this move anytime that you are struggling with eye contact, mainly before a high pressure situation for this boat of eye contact problems, the body awareness ones. But the Pablos in the world, if these guys are consistently giving you problems, then you don't want to just mask it with the squinting eyes. This guy may be a potential snake. Do further research on that. The summary of today's video is that eye contact is something that is capable of being learned. It doesn't matter if it's a high pressure situation or a low pressure situation. If you have eye contact issues, most often is because there's awareness being brought into your entire body. To alleviate these issues, it's best to squint in a relaxed manner, which engages all of the facial muscles, which instantaneously brings you into a present day mood. Once you're in that present day mood, rather than living in your head, engage with other people. See if they bring it up or not. Do they even notice? Or do you surprisingly see them feeling more open around you? These people feel like they're being more heard. When you see this, witness this firsthand, that's when the negative perception of squinting is eliminated and a neutral/positive perception is installed. And from there, the eye contact, the squinting eye contact can be leveraged at will. Driving seems difficult in the beginning. Riding a bike seems difficult in the beginning. But after conscious repetitions for a certain amount of time, it just becomes a way of life. I don't know if Donald Trump was raising his chin on purpose or whether or not it's because he's been doing high pressure situations for plenty of times leading up to that moment, which caused him to raise his chin on autopilot. I don't know, and that doesn't matter. What matters is that the move is executed, and over time, confident, comfortable, clarified body language starts to take the place of what was once awkward body language moves. If you learned a thing or two in today's episode, be sure to drop that like for me, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button right on below. And thank you for joining the Armani Talks YouTube channel.